Hello students, welcome back to my channel Influence Mathematics. Today we are here with exercise 6.2 and 6.2 question number 3. Students, let's see what the question is telling here. In figure 6.37, if AB is parallel to CD, AB, this line, parallel to CD, okay, EF is perpendicular on CD, and angle GED, this angle, okay, this angle is given 126 degree. We are asked to find out angle AGE, this angle we are asked to find out, this angle, okay, then GEF, only this angle we are asked to find out, okay, then FGE, this angle also we are asked to find out. Okay, now first of all let us find out this angle. We can see here that GED, this angle is given 126 and this is given perpendicular, that means 90 degree, right? This is 90 degree, okay. So since this is 90 degree, angle FED is equal to 90 degree. Why? Since EF is perpendicular on CD. EF is perpendicular on CD. Okay. So given GED, angle GED is equal to 126 degree. This is given, right? Now what we can see, the GED can be break down in two angles, that is GEF and another is FED, right? This GED breaking down in these two angles. So in place of GED I am writing GEF plus angle FED, that is equal to 126 degree. Okay, so GEF we don't know, we have to find out. FED we know it is 90 degree, okay, 126 degree. So angle GEF is equal to 126 degree minus 90 degree. How much it is coming? 36 degree. So this one we got as, this angle we got it as 36 degree, right? Now you see, if this is 90, this is also 90, isn't it? If this is 90, this is also 90. Why? Because this EF is perpendicular on CD and CD is parallel to AB. That means this EF is perpendicular on AB also, right? Since AB is parallel to CD, and this EF is perpendicular on CD, that is given, right? So EF is perpendicular on CD, therefore EF is perpendicular on AB also. EF is perpendicular on CD, that means EF is perpendicular on AB also, because these two are parallel. Okay, so EF is perpendicular on AB also. Now see, EF is perpendicular on AB, that means angle AFE or GFE, whatever you say, AFE or GFE, GFE is also 90 degree because it is perpendicular, right? So therefore angle GFE is equal to 90 degree. Done? Okay. This is not asked to find out, but we are taking this. We have calculated out this. Why? Because with the help of this we will find out this angle. We have to find out this angle. Okay. So now see, in triangle GEF, this triangle will take. Okay. In triangle GEF. Okay. In this triangle, this angle plus this angle plus this angle is equal to 180. Yes or no? These three angles, sum of these three angles is equal to 180. So this angle name will be EGF or FGE, whatever, angle FGE plus this angle name will be GFE, okay, angle GFE plus this angle name is what? GEF. So angle GEF, sum of these three is equal to 180 degree, right? So this is a property of a triangle. Sum of three angle is equal to 180 degree. FGE we don't know, okay, writing down FGE plus GFE, okay, GFE we came to know this is 90 degree, okay, 90, done, plus GEF, see here, GEF we got as 36 degree, so 36 degree is equal to 180. So angle FGE is equal to 180 minus 90 minus 36. How much it will be? 180 minus 90, 90. 90 minus 36 is 54. Okay. So in this way we got the FGE also. This angle also over. Done. Now what is left? This angle. Now you can see this angle plus this angle, these two angles making linear pair, yes or no? So AGE, this angle plus this angle name is FGE, this angle, sum of these two angle is linear pair, right? So angle AGE plus angle FGE is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because linear pair, that we have discussed in the previous classes, right? AGE we have to find out, right? So we will write down angle AGE plus FGE. How much we got FGE here? 54, okay, 54 degree equal to 180 degree is equal to angle AGE is equal to 180 degree minus 54. 180 minus 54 will be 126 degree. I hope it is clear. Just look it once. FED is equal to 90 degree. Why? Because this EF is perpendicular on CD. Done. This GED is given as 126. Breaking down GED in two parts, GEF plus FED. Okay. Breaking down in two parts. Now writing a G in place of GED, writing GEF plus FED equal to 126, putting the value of FED as 90 that we have seen here, right? So GEF equal to we got as 126 minus 90, that is 36 degree. Now AB is parallel to CD here. AB is parallel to CD, and they said that this EF is perpendicular on CD. That means this EF is perpendicular on AB also. Okay. Now, if this EF is perpendicular on AB, that means this is also 90 degree, right? So that's why, since AB is parallel to CD, EF perpendicular on CD, therefore EF will be perpendicular on AB also. Okay, so EF perpendicular on AB, therefore GFE, this angle is also 90. Now we came to know this one, we found out this one. How? With the triangle property, that is, sum of the triangle is equal to 180 degree. Sum of the triangle equal to 180 degree. In this way, we got this angle. Okay. Now, after getting this angle, we have to find out this angle also. They asked to find out this one also. How? This plus this equal to 180 linear pair. So, taking out this angle. Got it? Let's see the next sum. So, students, here you see, here what the question says. In figure 6.38, if PQ is parallel to ST, PQ is parallel to ST, and PQR is equal to 110 and RST is equal to 130. We are asked to find out QRS. We are asked to find out this angle. Okay, fine. Now, we have to do here one construction. Okay, construction. How? We will draw a line. We will draw a line through R. We will draw a line through R. Okay, now let us give a name, RST UV. Okay, so drawing UV parallel to PQ, parallel to ST. This PQ and ST is parallel, so we are going to draw UV in such that UV will be parallel to PQ also, ST also. So UV parallel to PQ is parallel to ST. Okay, done. Now see, this PQ is parallel to UV, right? Now PQ is parallel to UV, QR is the transversal. This QR is the transversal. So if QR is the transversal, so the angles, the interior angles on the same side of transversal, that is, these two are the interior angles on the same side of transversal, right? This QR is the transversal of these two lines, right? So PQ, this QR is the transversal, PQ is parallel to UV, so this angle and this angle is becoming interior angles, right, on the same side of transversal. So as per the property, that is, the sum of the interior angles on the same side of transversal is 180 degree. That means PQR plus URQ, these two, is equal to 180 degree. Okay, so we'll write down, since PQ parallel to UV and QR is the transversal, QR is the transversal. Okay, therefore PQR, angle PQR plus QRU, angle QRU, is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because since sum of interior angles on the same side of transversal, on the same side of transversal, is 180 degree. Okay, so PQR we know here 110, so putting 110 plus QRU we don't know. Okay, writing down, angle QRU is equal to 180 minus 110, it will be how much? 70 degree. Okay, this one we got as 70 degree. Done. Okay, now again this ST is parallel to UV, yes or no? This ST also is parallel to UV, and here SR is the transversal, SR is the transversal, and these two angles are the interior angles on the same side of transversal, that is TSR and SRV. This angle and this angle are the interior angles on the same side of transversal. So since ST parallel to UV and SR is the transversal, therefore this TSR, this angle TSR plus SRV, angle SRV, is equal to 180 degree. Same. Okay, same. Done. Same, because of the same property. TSR we can see here, TSR is given 130, so writing down 130 plus SRV, this angle we have to find out, angle SRV is equal to 180 degree. So angle SRV is equal to 180 minus 130 is equal to how much it is? 50 degree. So here this angle we got as 50 degree. Now see students, this angle plus this angle plus this angle is making half circle, yes or no? So that means this angle plus this angle plus this angle is equal to 180 degree because of straight line, right? They are forming a straight line. So this angle name is URQ or QRU, whatever. Angle QRU plus this is QRS, QRS, QRS plus this angle, that is SRV. SRV is equal to 180 degree. Why? Straight line. They are forming a straight line. QRU we got here 70 degree. So writing down 70 degree plus QRS we are asked to find out. Okay, we are asked to find out QRS. So angle QRS plus SRV we got here 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. Done. 70 plus 50, 120 degree plus angle QRS is equal to 180 degree. Angle QRS is equal to 180 minus 120, that is how much we are getting as 60. Clear? In this way we found the QRS. Constructing a line UV parallel to PQ parallel to ST. These two are parallel. This is the transversal. Sum of the interior angle, we got this angle. These two are parallel. Sum of the interior angle, we got this angle. This plus this equal to 180. These two we know. We found out this. Clear? Let's see the next sum. Here you see, students, what the question says. In figure 6.39, if AB is parallel to CD, APQ is 50 degree given, PRD 127 degree given, we are asked to find out this X and Y. Now see, AB is parallel to CD, right? PQ is the transversal. That means this angle and this angle are alternate angles. What angles? Alternate angles, right? That you have discussed in the earlier classes also. You know, I hope, the alternate angles, right? So, since AB parallel to CD and PQ is the transversal, therefore angle APQ is equal to angle PQR. Why? Because alternate angles. Okay, so APQ is 50 degree and PQR is X. That means we got the X value as 50. Done. Now see, in the same way, AB is parallel to CD and PR is also the transversal. This PR is also the transversal. So this angle, that is 50 and Y both, and this 127, these two are alternate angles. Okay, these two are alternate angles. Done. So since AB is parallel to CD and this time PR is the transversal. Who is the transversal? PR. PR is the transversal. Therefore angle APR, this complete angle, okay, APR, angle APR is equal to angle PRD. You can see here APR consists of two angles, 50 and Y. So we'll write down 50 plus Y. PRD is 127, is equal to 127. So Y is equal to 127 degree minus 50. Okay. So Y is equal to how much we are getting? 77. I hope it is clear. Let's see the next sum. So here, students, in this question it is said in figure 6.40, EF is parallel to DQ and AB is parallel to CD. These two lines are parallel and these two lines are parallel. FEB, this value is given this angle, and PDC, this angle value is given 27 degree. We are asked to find out PDQ, this angle value we are asked to find out. Then AED, this angle value we are asked to find out. Then DEF, this angle value we are asked to find out. These three. Okay. Now let's do stepwise. You see, CD is said to be parallel to AB, right? CD is parallel to AB, and this PE is the transversal. PE is the transversal. So since CD is parallel to AB and BE is the transversal, therefore this CDP or PDC, whatever, angle PDC is equal to angle AED, this angle line up on the same side of transversal, line up, so that means corresponding angles, right? AED is corresponding angles. Okay, now this is corresponding angles. That means this AED is equal to how much? 27 degree. So we got here 27 degree, right? Now you see this plus this is equal to 180 or no? Straight line, right? So we have to find out this one also. So angle AED plus angle DEF plus angle FEB is equal to 180 degree straight line. Okay, so AED we got as 27 degree, DEF we have to find out angle DEF, FEB it is given 64 degree is equal to 180 degree. Done? Okay, so 27 plus 64 it is 91 degree plus angle DEF is equal to 180 degree. So angle DEF is equal to 180 degree minus 91, that is 89 degree. Clear? We got this one as 89 degree. Now we have to find out this one last. Now see, these two are parallel, right? This is line up 89, this is line up, we have to find. These two lines are parallel, DPE is the transversal, line up, corresponding angles. That means this is also 89 degree. Done? So since CD is parallel again, CD is parallel to, sorry, not this time, not CD, this time DQ, these two lines, right? So DQ, since DQ is parallel to EF, and who is the transversal? Same, PE is the transversal. PE is the transversal. Okay, therefore this angle name is PDQ. Angle PDQ is equal to, this angle name is DEF. Angle DEF. These two are equal. Equal to how much? 89 degree. Equal to 89 degree. Why? Because of corresponding angles. They are corresponding angles. You have to write down these conditions why in the bracket. Okay, and in this way we got the values of three unknown angles, 1, 2, 3. This one are corresponding angles. Then we have taken this 3 as a straight line and found out this one, then these 2 as the corresponding angles. I hope it is clear. Let's see the next one. So students, see here in this question it says in figure 6.41 BA is parallel to DE and BC is parallel to EF. We have to ask to prove that ABC plus DEF, this one, is equal to 180. Sum of these two angles equal to 180 degree. We are asked to prove. Now here also we have to do the construction. We have to extend the line ED. Okay, so construction. Extending the line ED to let us give a name A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so construction, extending extending ED to G. Done. Now see what they said. AB is parallel to ED. AB is parallel to ED. If AB is parallel to ED, then AB is parallel to EG also, because G lies on ED. The G lies on ED. Yes or no? So since AB is parallel to ED, therefore AB is parallel to EG also. Okay? Why? Because G lies on ED. Done. Now these two lines are parallel. We have proof now, right? And BC is the transversal, and BC is the transversal. Done. So these two angles will be what? Line down, corresponding angles, right? So therefore angle ABC is equal to angle EGC. Okay, let us write down, give the name here, EGC. Both are equal. Why? Corresponding angles. Done. Now both are equal, and now you see again they said BC is parallel to EF. That means this BC is parallel to EF. BC parallel to EF, and this EG is the transversal. That means these two are on the same side of transversal. Sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degree, as we have discussed before, right? So since EF is parallel to BC and EG is the transversal, therefore angle DEF, you can say GEF also or DEF also, as given in the question, DEF. So let us write down DEF. So DEF plus angle EGC is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because sum of the two angles on the same side of the transverse, sum of the two angles on the same side of the transversal is 180 degree. Sum of the angles on the same side of transversal is 180 degree. Done. So now you see DEF to writing, okay, no problem. DEF plus EGC equal to what? ABC. So in place of EGC I am writing down ABC equal to 180 degree. This is what the question was asking to prove us, right? ABC is equal to DEF equal to 180 degree. So ABC plus angle DEF is equal to 180 degree. Proved. Okay, so let's do the next sum. So look here students, in this question it says in figure 6.42, PQ and RS are two mirrors placed parallel to each other. And incident ray AB strikes the mirror. See, this is the incident ray AB strikes the mirror, and this is a reflected ray. Okay, so incident ray, reflected ray. Done. Now this reflected ray again striking on another mirror, that means for this mirror this is the incident ray and this is the reflected ray. For this mirror this is the incident ray and this is the reflected ray. For this mirror this is the incident ray and this is the reflected ray. Okay, so here this story has been given about this reflection and the incidence, and they say to prove that this AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD. So let us do some construction. We will draw the normals. Okay, we will draw the normal, and you know the normals are perpendicular, right? So these two normals, we have drawn these two normals, and let us give a name. A, B, C, D is there. Okay, E, let us give a name. F, let us give a name. Okay, now see this normal. See this angle, let us give 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Okay, now this is the angle of incidence, and this is the angle of reflection. This is the angle of incidence, and this is the angle of reflection. Okay, now as per to the theory of the incidence and the reflection, as per to the law of reflection, what is that? Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection, right? So let us first write down construction. What we have done, drawn normal BE and CF such that BE is parallel to CF. Why? Because this PQ is parallel to RS. PQ is parallel to RS. Since PQ is parallel, these two are PQ and RS are parallel, so their normals are also going to be parallel. Okay, so drawn normal BE and CF parallel to each other. Now see, as per the law of reflection, angle 1 and angle 2 is going to be equal, because angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. This is the first law of reflection. Okay, so according to first law of reflection, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Angle of reflection. Done. Therefore, this angle 1 is the angle of incidence and angle 2 is the angle of reflection. Okay, we have given the name. Okay, so therefore angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Let us give this one as equation 1, this one as equation 2. Okay, now see, since BE is parallel to CF, BE is parallel to CF, that we have written here, right? BE parallel, these two lines are parallel and this is a transversal. So these 2 and 3 are alternate angles. 2 and 3 is alternate angles. So 2 is equal to 3. So since BE is parallel to CF and who is the transversal? BC is the transversal. BC is the transversal. Therefore, angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Why? Alternate angles. Alternate angles. Okay, this is equation 3. From equation 1, 2 and 3, what we get? 1 is equal to 2, 2 is equal to 3, 3 is equal to 4. That means 1 is equal to 4, right? 1 is equal to 2, 2 is equal to 3, 3 is equal to 4. That means 1 is equal to 4, right? 1 is equal to 2, then this 2 is equal to 3 and 3 is equal to 4. That means 1 is equal to 4, right? So next page, let me write down. From equation 1 and 2, from equation 1, 2 and 3, we get angle 1 is equal to angle 4. This one let us give as equation number 4. Now see, let us add 3 and 4. 3 plus 4. Let us add 3 left hand side. Left hand side of 3, it is 2. 2 is equal to 3. 2 is their left hand side. And here left hand side it is 1. So 1 plus 2. Angle 1 plus angle 2. And here left hand side is 3. Right? And here left hand side is 4. So 3 plus 4. Sorry, right hand side. Okay, right hand side was 3 in equation 3, and right hand side in equation 4 is 4. So angle 3 plus 4. So adding the left hand side and right hand side of equation 3 and equation 4. Okay, then we got what? Angle 1 and angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. Done. Now let's go back to the figure. Let's see here. See, angle 1, angle 2, angle 1 plus angle 2, this angle is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4, this angle. We got this one, right? This BC is the transversal. If these two angles are equal and these 3 and 4, these angles are equal, that means these two angles are the alternate angles. These two angles, 1 plus 2 and 3 plus 4, will be the alternate angles if this AB is parallel to CD and BC is the transversal, right? If AB is parallel to CD and BC is the transversal, that means this angle and this angle will be the alternate angle. Yes or no? So we are already getting these angles, and this angle is equal to equal. That means we can say that these two lines are parallel. Alternate angles are equal. That means lines are parallel. If lines are parallel, then alternate angles will used to be equal. So here we got alternate angles are equal. That means lines are parallel. That means AB is parallel to CD. Clear? So conclusion, we can write down that AB is parallel to CD. From this angle 1 plus angle 2 equal to 3 plus 4, we can write therefore AB is parallel to CD. This is what in the question they have asked. AB is proved that AB is parallel to CD. Okay, this angle and this angle, both these two angles are equal. That means this line and this line is parallel. Clear? So that's all for today. Be at home, keep practicing well. In the next video, we will be coming out with the next exercise, that is 6.3, and we'll try to finish it very quickly. Till then, keep practicing, be at home, stay safe, stay healthy. It's Nirmal Roy signing off.